We'll come back to this probably tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow. If not, it'll be very short time. For you, it'll be just a second. Finally getting to the Rehydrating the cocktail sauce. It's the 16th, so this went into the freeze dryer 6 days ago, came out 4 days ago. I was planning on doing it the same day, the rehydration the same day. I didn't, so now we'll get it tested. The oxygen absorber did its thing quite well. We'll get this opened up and we'll try these out. So I'm going to, I don't even know which container I should use. Let's see, I don't remember exactly how big these are. Okay, well that would fit into there just fine. I'm going to go with this one then. I didn't weigh each one of these individually, but they were about 2 ounces. I'm going to switch that to ounces on this. So this is about 2/3 of an ounce. And I shouldn't need to even break it up or anything. So I want to take a little piece off and taste test that. That definitely lacks vinegar. This did not have any of the vinegar kind of flavor in that little piece. There's a hint of the horseradish in the background, but not a lot of flavor. So we're going to aim for a total of about 2 ounces. I'm going to use some distilled white vinegar because it's what we have. And I'm sure you could use apple cider vinegar and other things, and I think we do have some of that, but I don't think the flavor would be right for this. I'm going to guess that this was just distilled white vinegar in it. And I really have no idea how much it should have. So I'm going to start with just a 1/2 teaspoon and see what that does. Okay, so 1/2 teaspoon. Then we'll add some water. I'm going to go to about 1.5 ounces so that it'll leave a 1/2 ounce to go, which will give me some ability to adjust the amounts. And I could have powdered it up first, and it might not have been a bad idea, but sauces usually rehydrate very quickly, except for things that have either lots of oils or sugars, like ketchup. If you don't powder it, it does take a while. But mustard, on the other hand, almost instant. Okay, so that top edge is already ready. Whoops, make a mess. Good job. Okay, so it's not enough yet. It's going to be too thick because, again, I left it short. Okay. It would need more vinegar. I'm going to add another 1/2 teaspoon. Okay, so add another 1/2 teaspoon. So you can see that's still thicker than it was originally. Isn't surprising. It still is short about 4/10 of an ounce. But when you're rehydrating it, especially sauces, I don't worry too much about the actual number. I put it about maybe 3/4 the amount and then sneak up on the thickness that I want. That's better, but I think it still could use more vinegar. I'm going to go with another 1/2 teaspoon. So now I'm at 1.5 teaspoons for this amount. That's better, with 1.5 teaspoons of vinegar in one of these pucks. So the other thing that I think would be useful with the freeze drying of this is I think I should add a little bit extra horseradish also, because that seems like it's a little bit weaker now, not quite as spicy. I still need to add a little bit more water to get the consistency, and I'm not sure if I should add vinegar and water or just water. I'll just go another teaspoon. I'm going to go with yet another 1/2 teaspoon of vinegar. The total amount of hydration I think is going to be good, And because I didn't powder it, it would need a little bit of time to make sure that all areas are properly rehydrated. The tanginess seems just about right now. Going to do one more, try to go all the way all at once. I'll get another puck out and I'll seal, or I'll close this back up. It's not sealed by just zippering, because that zipper will not seal it 100%. It's better than not having it zippered, but it's not as good as actually sealing it. So I'm going to go ahead and crush this up. So don't go away. We'll be back in just a second after just doing a light crushing. So crush that up lightly. At this time, after it's been freeze-dried and you're ready to use it, I wouldn't have any problem putting it through a blender or food processor. I just wouldn't do the food processor or blender before I bagged it after I freeze-dried it, because it'll allow too much moisture to get into it. We want to end up with close to 2 ounces. I'm going to start with a little bit of the vinegar, and so I'm going to go with 2 teaspoons, so 4 half teaspoons, and then some water, and then I'll pour in the powder. Now, okay, so about 1 3/4. That'll leave a little bit of room for additional water, and that will rehydrate extremely quickly because it's already a powder. Okay, that's a little bit thick still, and we know that it should say 175 because I have this much on here, so I don't want to go all the way to 2 still.
Taxi!
That would be 185. That's pretty good. And just visually, the one looks more smooth, probably because it was smooth from crushing it up. I'm going to try a little bit more vinegar still. There we go. The cocktail sauce comes out nice. I think it needs at least 2 teaspoons of vinegar per, well, so that'd be a 1 teaspoon of vinegar per ounce of the cocktail sauce to get it back to about the same, at least to me it's about the same as before. And you could certainly vary that according to how you like it. Okay. But that's it for these. So I'll save these 2 for later. We'll crush them up. I'll make a note on here that need approximately 2 teaspoons of vinegar for each puck. And that seems to work out pretty nicely. So all in all, I think it's a success.